What's going on, YouTube gamers? Bonfire here, and over the weekend Nintendo held a demo for their upcoming game Splatoon. And the way they did it was a little unconventional, which should be no surprise because that's kind of the way Nintendo just operates these days. But the way they did it was they held 3 different 1-hour multiplayer sessions where they would flip the servers on and you could log in and play matches of Splatoon multiplayer. And I had the opportunity to hop in. I was able to play about 1.5 of the session, so a total of about an hour and a half of Splatoon. And that's what you're watching here, some of the gameplay. Hopefully Nintendo doesn't hate me and cancel my channel. I don't monetize, so they shouldn't be able to ding me. But that said, I want to talk about some of my impressions from the beta and some of the things I took away from this game. Now, for those of you that don't know what Splatoon is Nintendo's take on a shooter, and if I'm not mistaken, it's their first entry into the shooter genre. And what it is it is a third-person shooter in which you play boy or girl Inklings, and you shoot ink. Hopefully you guys are seeing that whole squid reference, and you'll see it in the gameplay here as well. And this game will have a single-player mode, it will have a campaign, and it also has multiplayer. And multiplayer is kind of where the focus is at. They want this to be an awesome multiplayer game. And there are several different game modes that you can play within Splatoon. And in the demo that we got to play, there was just one game type, and that was Turf War. And this is the big marketed game type, the Splatoon type game mode that they've really been advertising. And what that is it's basically a game mode where you fight over the level, and whatever map you're playing on, the object is to cover that map with your color of ink, your team's ink, and whichever team covers the map the most wins. Now you can shoot the other players and take them out, and you also have 4 different weapons to choose from. You have the Splatter Shot Junior, which is kind of like your SMGs. You have the Splatter Shot, which I would equate to the assault rifle. You have the Splat Roller, which is the big paint roller, and that, I guess, is kind of like a shotgun. I know it's pretty powerful. And then you have the Splat Charger, which shoots a beam line of ink, and I guess that's kind of like your sniper rifle. Now, one of the first things I noticed when I got into the demo and I played through the tutorial was that this game has motion controls. And I just thought to myself, oh my gosh, really? This game has motion controls? It's a shooter. There's no way I'm going to play a shooter with motion controls. That's stupid. But fear not, guys. Once you get to the tutorial, you can change the motion controls to off in the settings and play just with the thumbsticks like a normal shooter. And that was a relief. That was a sigh of relief because I was playing with the Wii U gamepad, and it worked out pretty well. Now that I had the motion controls turned off, worked out pretty well. Felt really good. I also think it would be fun to play this game with their Pro Controller, though I don't think it'd be necessary. It might feel a little more comfortable than the gamepad, but it's definitely not necessary. And the gamepad does it shows the map down at the bottom, and there's a fun little mini game you get to play on the loading screen, which is kind of cool too. After I got in and started playing some multiplayer, this game is fun. It is a ton of fun, and I had a blast playing it. I didn't want it to end. I didn't want to put it down either. And one of the things that I thought was so fun about it was learning the strategy of the game. Just learning different tactics and learning how to play Splatoon. Because, yes, the object of the game is to cover the entire map with your team's color, but you also want to take out players to prevent them from spraying their color everywhere. And that was fun for me because it was fun learning how to take other players out and learning different strategies. And one of my favorites was turning into the little squid inkling, as you've seen here, because that's not only is that a way to hide and escape from enemies, but it's also how you reload your ammo, reload your ink. That's how you do it. You have to do that. And it was fun just to kind of go under in the ink and kind of pop out, surprise people, and take them out. And just be like, surprise, mother trucker! And you take them out, and that was fun. I love doing that. And also learning different tactics. One of my other ones was, like tossing a grenade and then going back into the ink, hopping out, and just really using that whole strategy of going down into the ink and popping out. Also, one of the things is just learning map navigation. That was fun. Learning how to play the levels, different routes to take. And one of the other things that I thought was really interesting and I think really going to be critical, especially for this game mode, is learning which areas of the map are important, because in Turf War, you have to cover the most ground. So you obviously want to control the biggest areas on the map, make sure that your color is on those areas, and make sure you cover everything. And that's really key. And one of the cool things, as I said before, the gamepad shows the entire map below, and you can see what team's color is allocated where, so you know where to go, and you kind of have to be conscious of that. Now, I mentioned before that you have 4 different weapons to choose from, and I had 2 favorites, and that was the Splattershot Jr. and the Splat Roller. And the Splat Roller, as if you'll ask anyone who played the demo, is OP. It is really easy to use, and it's really easy to get kills in, again, as you'll see. But I really like Splattershot Jr. because it was fun to shoot people, and it just felt good. And again, back to my strategies and learning those, I felt like I was best equipped with the Splattershot to use some of the tactics I was getting good at. Because of the Splat Roller, it's slower. It's a slower animation to get that thing going. And once you go in, you can literally roll over anyone. But with the Splattershot, you can just pop out and take guys out. And that was fun. That was a ton of fun to do. Now, overall, I thoroughly enjoyed my time with the demo. And I cannot wait for this game to come out on May 29th, because I can see myself just playing this game over and over again. And I do think this game will do well. I think it's going to do very well. And I do think this game will not match the numbers or the playtime, but I think will kind of be on par with Mario Kart 8 and Smash Brothers. Just because it's something new, it's something fresh, and I think a lot of people were looking for something like this on the Nintendo platform. Now, I know a lot of people are looking at this game and saying, man, this game is a kiddie game. It's meant for kids. And you're partially correct, that it is aimed at the family demographic. It's very kid-friendly. But you know what? This game is fun. And it's not going to appeal to those players who only stick with modern military first-person shooters. But I can tell you that if you want to try something new and have been looking for a fun new game to play and you enjoy shooters, I think this game will work for you. And I know I had a lot of fun with it. This demo did leave me with a few other questions, though, such as how long is the campaign, what are some of the other game modes, and how many will be at launch, and are there additional weapons that we can play with at launch outside of the 4 in the demo. And one of the things I'd really like to see is add some in-depth customization for your Inklings. Just different things you can wear so you can really customize your character to create your own. That would be awesome. And there you guys have it. Those are some of my thoughts and takeaways after playing the demo this weekend. If you guys got to play the demo, let me know what you thought about it. And if you haven't, let me know what you think about this game after watching it and hear me rant about it for the last several minutes down in the comments below. If you guys enjoyed the video, I hope you leave a like. And if you're brand new to the channel, I hope you'll also subscribe for more great things heading your way. Until next time, I'm Bonfire, and I will see you online. Hey guys, don't forget about Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter, and hit that button down below.